What's the chow, Chinchows? JoesphGames here, and welcome to a sort of post-commentary of the episode for episode 18 of the Pokemon Y All-star Elimination-Locke. Now, the reason why I'm trying to post-com this episode is basically because I kind of screwed up in the recording. And I'm going to start my reviewing of this episode now, so hopefully you guys will all enjoy the episode, but I'm going to be trying to read the text as it's on the screen. I've never done a post-commentary before, so this might be awful, this might not be awful. We'll have to wait and see. But let's start this already. So as right here, I'm probably introducing the episode, I'm talking about what's going on. And as we step outside the Pokemon Center, we are going to be talking about how the last episode went, where we took on the gym of, where's this? Lumio City, that's it, Lumio City. We took on the gym of Lumio City, and that was an awesome gym. We did have to use all 5 healing, we had to use 5 of our 6 healing items in that gym match, and it was really hard, but we came in clutch, and it did well. The plays we made there were absolutely awesome, so I was really happy with how that went and how we got through the game, and it's working really well. Today we're going to be talking to Lysander and of course Professor Sycamore as well, so here comes the text over here. Bonjour, I was talking to Lysander about a Mega Evolution. I would like to congratulate you as well. Mega Evolution is something I truly wish to use. Actually, Lysander is a member of the Royal Ancestry himself. He really is a chosen one. True, I am a descendant of the king's younger brother. But that story is about 3,000 years old, so I'm not entirely sure how reliable it is. By the way, Joe, did you know where the Holocaster is made? It's made right behind that bookshelf, right there. Here I'm talking about how the Holocaster is made right behind that bookshelf, right there. That's right. The Holocaster is made in Lysander Labs. Lysander is a great man. He supports trainers for Pokemon and Pokemon for research. And the profits go from the Holocaster himself. People can be divided into 2 groups: those who give and those who take. It's just like the 2 legendary Pokemon of Kalos, the one who gives life and the one who takes life away. I want to be the kind of person who gives. But in this world there are some foolish humans that exist. Ones that only gain strength by taking. My god, I don't press A quick enough. What it isn't theirs. They're filth. Long, long ago, the King of Kalos sought to take everything for his own. So he created a terrible weapon. Then the fire of destruction was unleashed. That's the legend has been passed. That is the legend that has been passed down. And again, I'm still pressing A. Kalos is beautiful right now. I'm not pressing A quick enough. There are no foolish actions if the number of people and Pokemon do not increase. That being said, the future is not decided yet. You cannot be sure that each day will be like the one before. What the King of Kalos did was reprehensible, but I'm pressing A. The ultimate weapon did manage to wash the world cream of that era's filth. Here's a King's Rock for you. Thank you for listening. Again, with the not pressing A quick enough. I'm going to be complaining about that all the time during this episode. Take that as an apology for taking my time. For me taking your time. What passion he has. He truly has a blazing flame. perhaps his pride for his lineage, which is what makes him burn so intensely. That being said, Lysander's way of seeing things is just one way of looking at things. Come on. Come on, game. I should have pressed A quicker than this, and I'm trying to read and not reading things. It is not necessarily the truth. Joel, what's truly important is for you to spend time together with others. Treasure those moments that you spent traveling around the Kalos region with your Pokemon. Okay, so here we run off away from the Lysander Cafe and we get a holo clip. Trevor, and it's Trevor. How have you been? And I'm remembering that Trevor's voice is hard to view. I just wanted to let you know we're all going to be meeting out at Route 14. Please come and join us. So of course we go and join them on Route 14. So at this moment in time, I'm also trying to explain that how I voice Trevor, and I was voicing him based on my little brother Nathan, who's a fellow YouTuber in his own. He plays Minecraft, and his videos aren't as great as mine because practically I have technology to fix my problems when I do some stupid things like try and record at the same volume as my capture card, and so you can't hear me over the game music, which is why we're post-comming this episode. So yeah, I'm explaining that kind of situation. So I kind of fucked up with the recording, didn't I? Yeah, and I also swore there, so sorry about swearing. I don't swear a lot. I am trying to be more PG, but the fact is, sometimes it comes out, and this is more of a my problem thing. So I'm annoyed at myself for not realising that the capture card was too low of a volume. Well, actually too high of a volume, so I couldn't hear myself over the capture card, which is what I need to do. So for the next episode, episode 19, where we're taking on the actual gym, there's a few things I need to sort out. So maybe I might be able to, I don't know, record in Audacity my commentary and record everything else in XSplit. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. There's a few things I need to sort out for this series to actually make it work, but I don't really know how it's going to work. Anyway, today's question of the day, of course, is what is your favourite Johto starter? Let me know in the comment section down below. Cyndaquil, Totodile, or Chikorita. Here I actually am explaining about the Pokemon Christmas Wonderlocke, which is our next series on the channel, and is going to be starting late July, early August. And I know I kind of spoilt it by doing the Pick My Starter episode now, but that's because I had problems with my capture card. I'm going to make that video private, and I'm going to put a straw poll in the description of this and every episode. And if you vote in that straw poll and you left a comment on that video when I actually make it go live in about a month's time when we're actually doing the LP, well, I will count your votes for double. You will get 2 votes, that means. So if you vote in the straw poll and you voted in the comment section of that video, you'll get 2 votes. Also, if you have any nicknames for these mons, it would be really cool too, because I don't really know. I don't really play that much Gen 2, so I don't really have that many nicknames for them. I know I have my own, but they're not really that great. I mean, for example, I call my Cyndaquil Blood. It's not really that great, is it? Hello, JoesphGames. See, now Trevor's talking because I've stepped down to Route 14, where Trevor is. Explanation points. You arrived very quickly. Kind of. Oh, hi, JoesphGames. And Serena's here too. We were just comparing Pokedexes. And how complete mine was. I, of course, won. I'll leave phone up the Pokedex to you guys, Trevor. I don't like doing what everyone else is doing. JoesphGames! JoesphGames, let's compare Pokedexes, just to see how, like we usually do. This time I want to compare Pokedexes that we have in the Mountain Kalos Pokedex. To put it another way, I'm challenging you to my own kind of battle. So you see 12 kinds of Pokemon in the Mountain Kalos Pokedex. At lost, how frustrating. So you've seen a Gibble too, JoesphGames. Just knowing that you've seen the same Pokemon as someone else can make you sure happy. There are many different kinds of Pokemon in the Kalos Pokedex. Now it's my turn. Let's have a Pokemon battle, Joe. Okay, so here we have a Pokemon battle with Serena, and she has some interesting Pokemon in her team, but I think we did pretty well to take her out. I mean, here she starts off with her Meowstic, and I'm going into the Great Sage, which I'm still liking his name actually. Great Sage for Alligator, and of course we're going for the Crunch attack here because that's probably what the best attack is. But of course she does decide to try and set up a light screen to boost her special defense, which is okay for me because the fact is I'm not going to be hitting her with any special attacks during this entire fight. We take her down to 1 HP, sadly we weren't able to kill her, but the Aqua Jet on this turn does actually kill, so that's pretty cool. I find it weird that I'm like post-commenting this episode, but I have to. But otherwise you'll barely hear me. I'll try and put some Glitch XC music in the background too. So here comes our Absol out. We're going to send out our own Absol here for Storm. And Storm is going to use Play Rough, obviously, because Play Rough is powerful and it's Fairy type. So, of course, that's the plan. We won't be able to use this plan in the next gym, though. Because, you know, our Storm will get destroyed by Fairy type moves. Just because we have a Fairy type move doesn't mean we're effective against Fairy type Pokemon. And here she has a Greninja coming in here. So we're going to try and stay in on this Greninja. This might have been a bad idea on my behalf, but it did work out okay. Sadly, we are not faster than this Greninja here, who decides to hit a few Water Shurikens. The first one is a crit, so that's annoying. And she does hit me 3 times with Water Shuriken, and that's kind of really bad. And then we do just a Play Rough here, but then he takes him down to like the very low red. But the fact is, he's going to go for that Water Shuriken again, and it's going to hurt. So I'm going to go for the Play Rough again here, but the fact is, it's going to hurt with the Shurikens. So, for example, he hits like that last one there did a lot of damage. And it just keeps on going to do damage. He hits 3 times again, but the fact is, if he had hit more than that, I might have been kissing goodbye to the Storm. So I'm really happy that we didn't lose the Storm there. So she loses. I really enjoyed our battle with you, but I'm getting tired of losing every time. You will lose every time I tell you to lose, Shauna. And Serena. And anyone else who challenges me, you will lose. That seems a bit cocky, doesn't it? Wow, that was an intense... Sorry. Wow, that was an intense battle. Oh, hi, Shauna. When did you start watching? So where's Tiani? He's at the fighting dojo. Really? The fighting dojo? So, why I'm sorry I'm late, everybody? I was having so much fun at the sparring and dancing. I totally lost track of the time. So Tiani, do you have any of your do you have any good mons for your dance team? Yeah, sure I do. I'm super close to completing my ideal dance team. That's great! Good for you! Hey everybody, let's go to the scary house! The one by the Fair City, isn't that just a rumour? Come on! We can all go and find out if the rumour is really true! Together! I think I'll take a pass. I'm sure it's just a rumour, and I want to spend more time with my Pokemon before heading to the Fair City. And, okay, bye. So Serena runs off. So, is it really that scary? There's only one way to find out. Let's go and find out for ourselves. Those rumours all get started some way, and we must find out for ourselves. So those two run off. Sigh! Why are you travelling, Joe? Everyone's working so hard at what they want to do. Oh, I'm just felt kind of all about memories. I'm kind of goofy around. Just kidding, obviously, you know, JK and all. Okie dokie, so they all run off, and it is raining on this route, but I'm explaining here that there are some hidden items about. There's a rare candy here, where I'm talking about it right here. There's a rare candy, so that's pretty cool. That is interesting to have rare candies. And of course, we can go up the slide here, because I'm explaining that. So I'm going to go up this slide. So I love going up the slides in this game. So Route 14's like an adventure park, and I like going up it. So there's the slide, and we go down the slide. We can sit on the benches. And I believe here I can pick up my item finder, and I do find a hidden item in the sand pit. And it is a super potion. Not even bad. Healing that 50 HP when I need to. That's pretty cool. I also explained that you can sit on the swings, and you can go down the... I'm going down the slide again because I love going down the slide. I also explained that you can sit on the swings, and I really wish they'd added some kind of swinging motion where you push up and down on the control stick and you're able to swing on the swings, because that would have been so cool. But I'm thinking maybe that would have been too much of a mechanic to actually pull off. I mean, that would be a kind of hard mechanic to pull off when you think about it in a way. I mean, now I've had some time to think about those kind of mechanics in the game. I don't think that would be possible. I really don't. Here I go into my badge case. I'm not sure why. I think I just slipped on the button because I'm actually supposed to be going into my bag and healing my Pokemon, because Storm is a bit not full of HP at this moment in time. So here I gave him a Hyper Potion, and that's pretty cool because he needs to be full health. We are going into some battles on this route here. We're going to start with this trainer right here. I believe she has an Arbok, which is a really hard thing to beat. So yeah, here's her Arbok. I usually like to do the anime cry when there's an Arbok about, but I'm not going to in this episode because I just really don't want to. As we can see, it's also started to rain, and then there's an Intimidate on the field too. So I'm going to try and go for the... Ice Punch here. It's not going to do too much damage because the Intimidate barely does anything, and now he's using Stockpile, so of course I'm not doing any damage, and the special defense goes up as well as the normal defense. So here I switch into Starchan Nick, trying to get some damage off with the Psychic, but I'm not sure how... I'm trying to remember how well it goes. It didn't go that well. Now he's using Swallow to restore some of that HP, but that does take his debuff, does take his buffs off, so his defense and special defense has fallen down now. So I can go for the Psychic and be okay with it. So I'm just going to wipe him out because the defense is down, and it's also a crit, so cool. We gain a lot of experience, and we go to level 38 for Starchan Nick. Not even bad. And of course, we get some experience for the Great Sage. There's a Pyro coming in now, so I decide to switch into Dex here to take on the Pyro to get that rain boosted Surf off. And of course I've got the Lefties here to deal with as well, so that's pretty cool as well. But you know, the rain boosted Surf. I'm also explaining how Pyro has two different forms. This is the female form right here, and of course there's also the male form, which is really cool too. So we can see the echoed voice attack here. It doesn't do a lot of damage to us, and of course we use the Surf, that rain boosted Surf, and it is absolutely amazing, taking down that Pyro. So there we go, up to level 37. Not even bad for Dex. And if he wants to learn Hydro Pump, I decide to go against Hydro Pump because the fact is Hydro Pump misses more times than it scores, especially with me anyway. I mean, some people get luck with Hydro Pump, I don't. I don't get luck with those moves that are like accuracy 90 or something like that, because the fact is they're very powerful moves, but they do not give me what I want. It's like, for example, the Lizard I call Mizzard because it misses half the time it's supposed to hit, and you only get 5 PP, so what's the point? Here we find a big mushroom, so that's pretty cool. We can sell that for money when we get back to the shops, which is amazing because I like money. Of course, we're running into wild Pokemon here as well, and oh, there's Goomy here. Goomy is pretty cool. It's a pretty cool Pokemon. I guess Goodra is the best Pokemon to get, because if you get a Sliggoo here, level 50, and it's raining, because, you know, it's raining right now, so if I had a Sliggoo level 50, I'd get Goodra right now, which Goodra's amazing. Goodra's a really good Pokemon. I don't get to use it that often, though. You're just one of those Pokemon that I wouldn't like to use at the start. I would not like to use it as a Goomy because the fact is, well, basically, it's power later. Here we face a Ghost-type trainer here, and she starts off with a Litwick, if I remember correctly. And Litwick, I know it's Chibi's favourite Pokemon, but the fact is, this Litwick, not so much. It may not be Chibi's favourite Pokemon because the fact is of what it uses. Here I go for an Ice Punch. I don't know exactly why I went for the Ice Punch. It's not really effective against it, but we did get he gets the Flame Body off on me, and then decides to use Memento, which decreases my special attack and physical attack by a couple of stages, and of course kills the Litwick. So thanks very much, Litwick, and I do gain level 37 from that, so that's brilliant. And we were learning Chip Away here. I look at my stats and try and figure out what strength is, because I still need to have strength on the moveset until we visit the move deleter. Really, I can't really take slaves on the team in the first place, so I'm going to have to keep strength on the entire game. So I decided to not learn Chip Away. Chip Away does have a better chance of critting, but the fact is I can't really do too much with that because I don't really have a move slot for it. Here we see a Haunter coming in here, and because of the burn and the buffs I have on my Great Sage, I decided to switch out into the Storm here. We don't have any super effective moves against this Pokemon at this moment in time, so I decided to go for the Zen Headbutt, which is kind of super effective. We can withstand a Shadow Ball. It is a special attack, but we can withstand it. That was a crit too. And of course, this time we do hit the Zen Headbutt, and that takes down the Haunter because Haunter is Poison Ghost. And Psychic type moves are good against Poison type Pokemon. So here we go to level 38, not even bad, and we defeat the Hex Maniac. So here we are going to continue on the route, and we're going to try and get to the Shadow House. Again, I checked my badge case for some reason. I don't actually know why I'm checking my badge case so much. I think I'm meant to heal and I just keep on misresponding. So I'm going to here. I'm going to be giving you a Soda Pop to my good friend Storm. You know, because he needs healing. And then I'm trying to find and I heal, of course, Dex, and of course I heal the Great Sage as well. I'm also looking for a burn heal because I believe I have one in my bag. So I'm looking for that. I'm looking all over for it, but I'm not finding it. And then I find it, and of course we're going to give that to the Great Sage as well to get rid of that burn, because that will decrease his attack, and of course we don't really want that. So here we are going further down the route. We're going to try and avoid some trainers. I do want to try and get some TMs here because I believe the TM for Toxic is here, and I was saying that at the time. So here we run into a Wild Shellnet. We're going to run away from that obviously because it's a Shellnet. I've actually done the grind. I did a grinding montage after this episode, and I've recorded all the grinding for that episode as well. And basically, well, I'm realizing Shellnet does not give me a lot of experience. The things that gave me the most experience during that grinding montage, as you will see, are things like Weeping Bell, Quagsire, and of course Skunk Fist as well. But Skunk Fist is really hard to stay in against, especially if you got water types, as you might see during that grinding session. But it's quite sped up, so you might not see some of the things I'm telling you about right now. But I will tell you about these things because the fact is, well, they almost destroyed me. So here we're facing a Fairy Tail girl, and she's got a full wet on her team. And Furwet's an interesting Pokemon to take on. So I might as well explain how my summer is going to be going for you guys, because my summer is going to be different. It's not like a channel update here, but I might as well explain. My summer is going to be kind of different. I'm going to be trying to go hard on my channel, but I'm also going to be trying to get a job as well this summer, because the fact is I really want to work. I mean, I could work on my channel and actually try and maybe make some money for my videos, but the fact is I don't want to do that to you guys. I kind of said that my channel would be a free channel, and I kind of said that I wouldn't claim any kind of money on my videos when I first started my channel. So now I have to stick by my goals and make sure that I don't do that. So what I'm going to go here, what I'm going to do this summer is I'm going to try and get a job. Not because I need the money or anything like that. I just want to be a committed member. I just want to do my part for society, so I want to try and get a job. I've been sitting on my, to quote the term, I've been sitting on my bottom a bit too much, so I'm going to be trying to get a job. I'm looking at like graduate opportunities since I've been to university, so I'm looking at those kind of opportunities. I'm looking at lots of other opportunities as well. I'm also considering volunteering. So there's many options I will be doing to try and get a job over this summertime, because the fact is I want a job, I want to work. That doesn't mean I'm going to be doing less recordings for you. It might mean I'm doing less recordings for you guys. There might be less episodes here, there and everywhere, but I'm going to try and make sure that's not an issue. Because I really don't want that to be an issue, because I really like recording for you guys. Here we go for the Ice Punch. I'm hoping that like Slurpuff does not have Energy Ball, and it doesn't seem to have Energy Ball in its moveset. It is using Cotton Spore to reduce my speed, which is annoying, but it doesn't seem to have Energy Ball on its moveset, so I'm really happy about that. I think the ones in the gym do have Energy Ball, so I'm a little worried about them. And that was a crit Ice Punch there. That takes down her Slurpuff. And Beck goes to level 37. Beck is learning Cheetah Dance here, but I don't really want him to learn Cheetah Dance, so he's not going to learn Cheetah Dance. The thing about Beck is, though, it's a Spinder. It's not very good. I mean, it gets the Contrary ability, which is the same as Superior, but Superior has moves, like, for example, Leaf Storm, that actually work for the Contrary ability, because it, you know, it would debuff her special. It would debuff special attack and physical attack by a couple of stages, but the fact is it increases those stats because of Contrary. But the fact is I don't really have anything that would, you know, work against that. You know, I don't have anything for Spinder. I don't think Spinder learns any moves that decrease and then will increase. So for example, I can't teach it Power Up Punch. Power Up Punch would be amazing on the Spinder, but the fact is that Contrary ability means I would lose attack instead of gaining attack, which is annoying. So here I'm talking to this Hex Maniac here who gives me the TM for Toxic, which is really useful. I'm actually going to try and see who I can give that to, because everyone can learn it, so that's pretty cool as well. Come on, this way! So here's Shauna, and we're going to go into the scary house. So, this is the house! Is it really that scary? So it really is that scary. Well, I guess we'll go inside then. Why, man, you what? You want to go inside? Are you crazy? You crazy? You want to go inside that thing, man? Are you serious? Are you serious? Serena is spending time with her Pokemon. So I guess we'll have to go in and find out if the rumor is really true by ourselves. I guess so. So let's just go in already. Shall we get started then? It was a dark and stormy night, many years ago lost. I arrived in this house and went inside. The lights wouldn't turn on, so I fearfully looked around the house. Eventually I made my way into the kitchen. There was no signs of anyone being there. I found the fridge and I opened it, and a faint light leaked out. I finally made out my surroundings, and I saw a faint outline of a man huddling in the corner. I tried to tell him that I was lost, hoping that he would let me stay until the morning. But when I approached him, the man suddenly screamed, "Stay back!" I apologized and he continued to plead my case. I said, "Please, can't you help me?" "I'm not talking to you," he shouted. I looked at him with surprise, and when I did this, the man asked me, as I pressed A, "Can't you see them behind you? A horde of faceless men!" Now then, since I've told you a wonderful story which will always haunt you, would you be so kind to tip me? If you don't, you might see something really scary. What? You're charging us? Here I'm explaining how outlandish the tip is. Haunted houses aren't even haunted houses aren't free, you know. Would you like to give a tip? No, I would not like to give a tip. Cease, let's get out of here! Why, Iman, what, is it already over? I wasn't really listening. And I'm still not pressing A. Hey. Was that story you told us a really true story? I guess we'll never know, Trevor. We'll never, ever know. Sigh. It really was a scary house in some way. Well, you always said you wanted to go camping, so I guess this is kind of like camping in a way, I guess. People often tell scary stories around a campfire, right? And that was kind of a scary story. Why, Ayman? I've had enough of dark places and scary things. I'd rather just rehearse my dance moves with my Pokemon. I'll see you later. What should we do next? I guess I'll go to the Laver City. See you later, JoesphGames. Let's compare Pokédexes again soon. And of course, here we go into the Laver City. We do talk. I believe we just go into the Pokemon. Yeah, so we just go into the Pokemon Center here. We're just going to go and heal up. And that's all we're going to do here. I don't really actually explore Laver City as much as I wanted to. I really did want to explore Laver City, but I actually didn't get to explore it. I did explore it in the grinding session. We do get a few items, which I will explain later on. I also am here looking at TMs, trying to figure out what I can learn. I had this idea. Everyone can learn Toxic. And I also had an idea if I could use Gyro Ball, but no one can learn Gyro Ball, so that makes me really upset. No one can also learn Poison Jab here, which is also really annoying because I have nothing to go in this gym with, and a lot of Fairy-type Pokemon, which is going to make it really, really hard. So I don't know what my plans are for this gym yet. I have done the grinding, so we are interesting levels at this moment in time, so we'll have to wait and see how that works. But we'll have to wait and see. And there's a few ideas. I can think of a few things that I might go through to try and make sure this works to our, situations. But if you did enjoy today's episode, and you did enjoy me doing post-commentary on today's episode, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Of course, answer today's question of the day, which of course is, what's your favourite, second gen starter? Let me know in the comment section down below. Cyndaquil, Totodile, or Chikorita. And of course, don't forget to vote on the Pokemon Christmas Wonderlocke Pick My Starter straw poll, which will be down in the description below. And if you left a comment on the first video, you'll also get to make a vote in the straw poll, and it'll count twice. So until next time, I'm JoesphGames, and I am out. See you again.